I'll teach you how to make a water bottle holder for your bike. You can place it here behind your saddle, or on your left and right fork. So it can fit a can you see the size? 500 ml bottle. This one is specifically designed for a BMX handlebar, because a BMX handlebar has this platform here. So the attachment point is only here. So let's talk about this first. Get the size you want as container, and then just place it this way. Get a plastic strip, drill a hole or punch a hole, and then finish it off with a nut here. Replace washers so that the plastic will not be torn, and then that's it. So it's sturdy. It fits a typical BMX handlebar. Again, because the BMX handlebar has this platform here, so this platform here serves as the support for the bottom of the water cage or water bottle holder. By the way, I saw in the internet people making water bottle holders using PVC pipes. If it is small, they use a heat gun to expand or to flatten the PVC pipe. This would do, but I'm lazy to cut it with my Dremel. It's so dusty. I'm too lazy to clean the sawdust if I use my Dremel tool or rotary tool. So we now have discussed how to make this. We now go to how to make your water holder. Okay. The reason why I like to use ordinary water bottles for my drinks is that cycling bottles usually smell bad and taste funny. It takes several weeks before the bad smell or the bad taste disappears. Whereas water bottles, you can easily change it. If it gets dirty, throw it away, buy a new one. Whereas the cycling bottles, they usually get dirty and slimy here, there, and under. And then the flip-flop cup, it also gets dirty. Whereas this one, no need to clean, just buy a new one, put your favorite drink, and then ride your bike. So here, for this design, you get the appropriate size container you want, cut it to the length you want. Just be sure to place a strip of either aluminum, plastic, or stainless steel. Preferably aluminum, so it's lightweight. Stainless steel, flat bar stainless steel would be quite heavy. So put the strip in that way. Drill holes, there are puncture holes here and there. You need the strip because if you just tie the water bottle like that way, the plastic will be torn easily, whereas the plastic strip or aluminum strip would prevent the water bottle from being torn here or at the bottom. Now, so that there will be drainage, puncture a hole somewhere there so that the moisture from our ice cold water will drop that way, so it won't be flooded and be the breeding ground for mosquitoes. Also, this one you puncture a hole so that if it's frozen, uh, the moisture will just drop as you cycle. So again, get the container you want, cut the top portion, get a strip, puncture holes here. You can have 3 positions of holes, 1, 2, 3. In my case, I only placed here and then there, and then tied it this way to my bike. So again, you can place your holder here, over there, and then here, but I don't like to place it here because of the mud that splashes to your drink holder. Also here, it's not comfortable to be, because your inner thighs might hit this portion. Here no. Here sometimes if you have fat legs, you will be bothered if you have a drink or a water bottle over here. Okay, time for coffee. Oh yeah. By the way, in tying this one, I just used ordinary zip ties you can buy in the hardware store or in the supermarket. By the way, you can also use zip tie here, but in my case I used a small nut and bolt. That's the screw head, and then I used a nut here to hold it in place. You can also use a piece of wire, twist the wire, hide the sharp pointed edges of the wire under here. By the way, I did not cut this anymore with my angle grinder because anyway the screw is hidden here, so you won't get hurt even if it's sharp or pointed. I think this is a toy a toy buzzer I found somewhere in the toys of my children, among the toys of my children. Anyway, it was not functioning, just made kalikot inside. I did not know what I was doing, but when I tested it, it sounded again. For my mini velo, I placed a ready-made water bottle cage here, but since I did not want to use any cycling bottle already, I want to make use of an ordinary 500 ml bottle. Instead of bending it to tighten the space, I just placed an appropriate sized plastic container so that it will fit snugly, because without it this falls off when you hit a bumpy road. This flies away. So with this now, it's snug and tight, so it stays there. Now my mini velo did not have attachment holes there, so I bought the bracket. I don't know if you can find this one. It's bracket specific. It's like the bracket for hoses, water hoses, but this one I bought from a bicycle store. It's already rusty because of water and rain. So anyway, if you can't find this one, you can use electrical tape in tying your water bottle, or if you don't want to use electrical tape, you can use zip ties. Instead of boring holes there for the screws, because if you drill holes there, rust will start to accumulate there and will weaken your frame eventually. I don't like drilling holes in my bicycle frame, although I see people in the internet drilling holes everywhere and then placing their cables inside, etc. I'm not a fan of that kind of DIY projects. So anyway, so that the reason why I did not bend this is that there may be a time when I want to use ordinary cycling bottles again, so I don't have to bend it to make the opening bigger. So I'll retain the opening so that if I want to use cycling bottles, I'll just remove this. But in the meantime, I'm using ordinary water bottles, so I just placed I cut the water bottle so that this will fit snugly there, so it won't jump off when I'm riding on bumpy road. So those are the DIY projects you might consider making for your DIY water bottle holders for your bicycles.